If you have a wound, whether it's a pressure ulcer, a surgical incision, or a slow healing diabetic wound, your body is in full repair mode. And protein is the key ingredient it needs to rebuild skin, tissue, and muscle. But here's what most people don't realize. If you're not getting enough protein, your wound might not heal at all. For those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Voltaire, a wound care physician, and I've seen firsthand how boosting protein intake can transform healing. Today, I'll break down how protein actually helps wounds heal, how much protein you need, explained in simple food portions using your hand, and the best high protein foods, including plant-based and lean meat options. And at the end, I'll answer the question I get all the time. Can you have too much protein? Let's get into it. Every time you get a wound, your body starts a construction project. It needs to lay down new skin, rebuild tissue, and close the wound. And what's the main building block for all of that? Protein. When you don't have enough protein, your body goes into conservation mode. It slows down healing to save resources. You might experience wounds that stay open longer than they should, a higher risk of infection because your immune system is weaker, fragile new skin that breaks down more easily, or more swelling and fluid buildup in the wound. Here's the science. Your body uses protein to make collagen, which acts like the scaffolding that holds skin together. Without enough protein, collagen production slows down and healing gets stuck. This is why people who are elderly, malnourished, or have chronic conditions like diabetes often have slow healing wounds. They're not getting enough protein to support repair. Okay, so now we know protein is important, but how much do you really need? Most people need about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. But for healing wounds, that jumps up to 1.2 to 2 grams per kilogram. Let's break it down into real food portions using your hand so it's easy to visualize. So for 100 grams of protein, you could eat 1 palm-sized piece of salmon, 1 palm-sized portion of chicken, 1 cup of lentils, which is the size of your fist, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which is the size of a thumb, 1 cup of quinoa, which is the size of a fist, and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. So for a 150-pound person, that means aiming for about 80 to 130 grams of protein daily, roughly about 3 to 5 palm-sized servings of protein per day. If that sounds like a lot, don't worry. There are other options like protein shakes that can help with that. So how do you actually get enough protein to speed up healing? Let's go over some of the best options. So if you follow a vegetarian or plant-based diet, you could try lentils and chickpeas, which are packed with protein and fiber. There's tempeh and tofu, which are great sources of complete protein. Again, there's quinoa, a grain with all essential amino acids, and nuts and seeds like almonds, chia, and hemp seeds for extra protein and healthy fats. For those who eat animal protein, some of the best choices are chicken breasts, which are high in protein and low in fat, and salmon, which is rich in protein and omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation. But for many people, especially those with wounds, getting enough protein from food alone can be tough. That's where protein shakes can come in. If someone struggles to eat enough protein, medical-grade protein shakes can be a lifesaver. These are especially designed for people with high protein needs, like those recovering from surgery or wounds. Here are some of the best options. Abbott's Juven is really good. It's one of the most researched supplements for wound healing. It contains collagen, protein, arginine, and glutamine, which are nutrients shown to help close wounds faster. There's also the Orgain Organic Protein, which is a plant-based option with pea and rice protein, plus vitamins and minerals. There's Vega Protein and Greens, which is a vegan-friendly shake with greens, antioxidants, and probiotics to support overall health. I personally also often recommend the Boost High Protein Shake, which is a well-balanced protein shake with added vitamins and minerals, often recommended for wound healing. Protein powders can also be mixed into smoothies, oatmeal, or soups to boost intake without adding bulk. Okay, so we've talked about why protein is essential for healing, but can you have too much? For most people, extra protein isn't a problem. Your body uses what it needs and gets rid of the rest. But if someone has kidney disease or metabolic issues, too much protein can be hard on the kidneys. That's why it's always best to check with a medical provider before making big changes to your diet. For everyone else, more protein equals better wound healing. Just remember to stay hydrated because protein metabolism requires extra water. If you or someone you know has a wound that's healing slowly, protein might be the missing piece, keeping it from closing. So to review, if you can eat whole foods, aim for 3 to 5 palm-sized servings of protein daily. If you struggle with food intake, consider medical-grade protein shakes. If your wound still isn't healing, talk to a provider about other possible causes. But protein is just one part of the healing process. Check out my next video where I discuss other potential causes of slow wound healing. Stay informed and heal well.